Hi Shreya, how are you?
Hi Sanjna, I'm good. You tell me, how are you?
I'm good too. So, before we begin, you are my friend and we know each other since a long time, but audience definitely would like to know your introduction. So, could you please first of all introduce yourself?
Hi everyone. I am CA Shreya Goyal. I am being born and raised up in Chandigarh. Currently living in Delhi. Okay. For my job pursuits.
Well, that's great. Before I start talking about Delhi, I really want to know that when did you become a CA? When did you decide about becoming a CA? What was the entire journey like?
I completed my CA in May 2022 and I started my journey of the CA in 2017. So it took me around 6 years to complete CA. Journey was like a journey that should be when you're doing a CA, full of challenges, full of study. Like you have to study, 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 and then of course there are moments when every child who is doing a CA now, they are just doing all this hard work, all the preparations, all the attempts of the CA just to see one thing, only one thing at the last, that they become a CA. And then when they tell their parents now, that emotion which I can't describe to you, it just I can feel that emotion. Because when I'm just telling you this, I can recall it was morning around 10:30 when the result were declared, and my friend was calling me, Shreya, result aa gaya, let's see, tum dekho jaakar. So I was like, okay. So then when I saw the result, I become a CA. My parents were sitting in a different room. I was like, Mama, Papa, I become a CA. And then they came to my room, they hugged me, and my father cried. They hugged me. So that kind of emotion is, you can put your everything for that actually. I can put everything for that. And a student does that for their parents only, for themselves and for their parents.
Yeah, that's really emotional also. And I literally got goosebumps when you were speaking about this. But tell me one thing, when did you decide that you want to become a CA and why did you decide it?
Kind of, it just happened because I never wanted to be CA till 12th. Afterwards, there's an uncle in my family whom I respect him a lot. I admire him a lot. Okay. Currently, he's a director of one of the IIMs. So I respect him a lot, and he said me one line in front of everyone sitting in that room, my parents, my cousins. He said me one line which kind of, motivated me to do CA. And the one line was that I can speak in Hindi, right? This
Sure,
line.
sure.
इस पूरे खानदान में इस पूरे खानदान में सिर्फ तू है जो कि सीए कर सकती है और कोई नहीं कर सकता. And this kind of line, it kind of motivated me. Okay, then I took the step to become to like to join to do CA, and I worked very hard and I'm the first chartered accountant in my family.
That's great, and I'm sure your family must be really, really proud. But why exactly? Like, was there anything about this work that made you want to become a CA, or was it because of the respect and prestige that comes with it?
See, I respect my uncle very much, and he said me that line, and that line meant a word to me. To be very honest with you and all of the audience, I never thought about, the prestige or the fame or the earnings which I will be doing after becoming a chartered accountant. I never thought about it. I just enjoyed the syllabus. I did what I can do to clear the exams, like study, hard work, and everything, and then I cleared. I never thought about any of that stuff.
Well, I think everybody who is able to crack an exam always has the same thing that you said, that they just work hard and they do it because they want to do it and not because of the gains that they'll be getting from it. But tell
Hmm.
me one thing, if you
Hmm.
were not a CA, what would you have
Hmm.
liked to become? As you said that you did not think about becoming a CA until your class 12th. So, what did you want
Hmm.
to be?
Okay, so I wanted to be an artist. I wanted to have a degree with regard to with regard to arts, Bachelor of Arts, or like there's one college which is very popular and which is, I think, a topmost college of India in Chandigarh only.
I remember that you have always been amazing in artwork, in paintings, in drawings. I really remember that, and I have seen many of your artwork after that as well when you post it on Instagram. So it would be great if you can share some pictures so that I can show it to the audience as well. So just share it with me. I'll show it to people that when you have some artistic talents, you can continue it along with pursuing your profession. How did you manage time for art while preparing for CA? Because art also requires a hell lot of time.
Sanjana, to be very honest, I stopped doing art after my foundation, because there were 8 subjects in inter, okay, at that time, and then we have to study a lot. But when I came to final, I cleared one group, and one group was only pending, 3 subjects were only pending. I got an exemption in one subject, so only 3 exams I had to give, 3 papers of group 2 I had to give in my 2022. Okay, so in October 2021, I joined art class. Okay, November 2021. After clearing my group 1, I joined an art class. There is one Prachin Kala Kendra. So I used to study every a whole day from about 5 to 6 p.m. I used to go to this Prachin Kala Kendra and I used to draw.
Oh, that's great. Prachin Kala Kendra is amazing, and the teachers are also really nice there. I basically learned Kathak there, and that was during school.
Yeah, I remember. Actually, I was about to say that you used to learn Kathak there. I think in school time also, right?
Yes, I did. But then I did not continue it further because I also got occupied with studies because I had medical in 11th and 12th, and it had a lot of syllabus, and I was never interested in science, definitely. So thankfully, I switched my stream.
But still, you chose medical. Like we were like, I used to like. I remember I used to ask you like, why are you choosing medical? You don't like science, but still you are choosing medical, and you were like, मुझे ना काटने में मतलब you used to say ना कि काटने में मतलब मजा सा आता है kind of stuff.
So I thought that having medical would mean I'll be dissecting things. Little did I know that nothing of that sort happens in 11th and 12th. Okay. And the other thing was, it was all because of those stupid aptitude tests, honestly speaking. What all the aptitude tests and emotional question tests suggested to my mother was that make her choose medical plus non medical. I was like, are you crazy? Okay, like
Okay.
that was literally my reaction. And once parents get to listen this, that your child has an aptitude for maths and science, do you think they're going to allow anybody on this earth to study arts? So they did not allow me to pursue humanities at that time. So they said me that if after your 11th and 12th you still feel that you want to study social science, continue it after that. I said okay, because if giving 2 years to your parents' choice makes them happy, let them be now. But then later on, I changed and I got a sigh of relief on it.
Actually, I would like to say one thing on this. In this life, every experience counts. Okay, if you have done 11th, 12th in medical, na, it must have taught you something. You must have learned something from it.
That's true, really. Like, see, if I did not study science at that time, I swear my mind would not have been even a bit technical that it is now. Now, also, I don't consider myself to be a very technical person, but thanks to my 11th and 12th, I do think about applying science. So, it
Okay.
definitely helped me. And I think it helped me in shaping my personality more than my career, because those 2 years did not help me in terms of my profession, for sure, but it helped me in understanding that there are other aspects to life as well. So you are right now living in Delhi, but as far as I remember, we've always lived in Chandigarh. So how do you feel? Because I lived in Delhi for 8 months and I was literally choking. So how is life for you there?
So actually, I live in Central Delhi, near Connaught Place,
Mhm.
and it is a very posh area. Okay, so coming from Chandigarh, and because I live in Central Delhi, which is kind of a posh area, so I was comfortable because I live in a hostel. Sometimes I do wear mask when the air quality is, intolerable. Like it is very, very poor, poor, very poor. But when it is satisfactory, till satisfactory, I don't wear mask because the thing is that my office is within 15 minutes of my walking from my hostel. So it's okay. I book a cab or I book a auto for it, and it took me 5 minutes to reach my office. Then I have to stay in that building only for full day, and there are air purifiers in my in my office and everything. So it's fine. Then in evening also when I come home, it took me around 10 minutes. Okay, then I live in hostel. So overall, if I say to you, I hardly spend 1 hour, 1.5 hour on an average outside.
Okay, then it's fine because I used
Hmm.
to love going out by metro. I love Delhi metro, and I'm so waiting for Chandigarh to get the metro because metro is amazing.
I would want to say something. Delhi metro is the best metro all over India. Even there are metros in other cities also, but Delhi metro, it's unbeatable.
The girls department block of the metro, any boy used to come, people used to start shouting at him. I was like, oh my god, girls are so confident over here. Like, I can't speak to people, like I can't shout at people, but I used to see girls are so like careful about what has been given to them, and they are taking care of it. So for me that was a wonderful experience.
And actually, there's one thing also.
Mhm.
I think you also, I think that I know that you are also living Chandigarh for past how many years? Like from starting only, I think you are being in Chandigarh. Earlier, you used to live in foreign, I guess. Then you shifted to Chandigarh.
No, I've always lived in Chandigarh. I was born in Pathankot because my maternal grandparents live in Pathankot. So
Hmm.
I was born there.
Hmm.
So I traveled abroad, but I never lived there.
So, from being Chandigarh now, the thing is that we are very soft-hearted people. We are very soft-spoken people. I think so. So, and in Delhi now, I would not say everyone, but most of the people are very rude. They don't mean to be rude, but their dialect becomes rude basically.
I think Delhi is very competitive. That is the reason why we
Hmm.
feel that thing. Because people from all across India come there for work or for their studies. So, anyways,
Hmm.
competition increases their many folds. So, maybe that is why we find it. And also, if we observe Chandigarh, in Chandigarh, either it's the government employees who are living or the retired people who are living. So naturally we become a soft spoken city. And one thing that, because my page is more about languages, so do you think English is important or it's not very much required?
I would like to say one thing that you said that it is not of any relevance. It is not correct. See, when suppose a person, let's see me, I have received one income tax notice that for financial year 2021 to 2022, we are finding some discrepancy. So please submit your documents. Please submit a reply. Like let's say I am a norm, I am not a chartered accountant. I will go to a person who is able, who is capable to reply to that notice, and that person is chartered accountant. Okay, so he must be aware like how to draft a reply to income tax notice, income tax department. So I would not say English is not of any relevance.
So, CA Shreya, one thing that people want to know from CA is how can we save money?
A salaried person can't save much tax. Okay, there's no much any exemptions available to them. Main is ATC, I think, which you also know. With regard to PPF, LIC, ELSS mutual fund, we can invest there. See, basically, it's kind of investment plan which you are saving your money for the future purpose. So there are some mutual funds which give tax benefit, like ELSS tax mutual fund. Okay, if you invest in that mutual funds, it will give you an exemption 80C. Okay, apart from it, other kind of mutual funds, it is, they don't give any tax benefit. Okay, exemption, they don't give any tax benefit. Apart from it, if you invest in other mutual funds which are not tax saver, you will get a long term capital gain or a short term capital gain. You might get, and on that you have to pay tax.
Okay, so if we breathe, we pay tax. If we die, we pay tax. Right now, we might feel that we are under a lot of pressure, and every time the budget gets announced, our stress just increases.
Youth are moving abroad. There must be a reason why they are moving abroad. It is not a very easy for a child, for a teenager, for a youth also, that they move abroad, living alone, working there, earning, and then doing college also. It is not an easy. There must be something which is lacking in India, that they are moving abroad.
In India, if you get 70% marks, you cannot expect yourself to get admission in Delhi University, right?
Hmm.
But you
Hmm.
are having 70% marks, you'll end up getting some or the other scholarship in the UK, in Canada, or in any other foreign country. You'll end
Hmm.
up getting admission in a good college, and you'll be having a
Hmm.
kind of an esteem and a pride that you got admission into a foreign university, which you'll be missing when you are studying in India, because in India the competition is huge. You have cleared the exam,
Hmm.
you know that the competition level over here is something that we can't even imagine. So that becomes the one reason
Hmm.
that people, the students especially who fall in the average or just above average category, they prefer to move abroad because they have the capabilities, they can study. But over here the competition is too huge that they are unable to get what they actually imagine themselves getting. That becomes the number one reason according to me. Second becomes, when we are unable to achieve something huge in India, there is a lot of social pressure that is created, right? But over here in India, till the date, when a person moves abroad, people say congratulations, right? So that means we perceive it to be something huge, something, an achievement, which once again brings a social achievement kind of an emotion. Now, let's see the other aspect. You said that it is difficult, and I honestly believe life abroad is extremely challenging. We don't have house helps, we have to do all the work by ourselves, but we do it there, right? And ask that same child, even the boys, to help their mother at home washing the utensils. Will they do that? Will a student is 19, 20 years old confidently go to the petrol pump and take the job? Will he be willing to work at Starbucks or at Tim Hortons or anywhere in India or a grocery store? No. But same, over there for getting these jobs, they struggle, they get those jobs, and they confidently and proudly call their parents, I got this job. And that is because the amount that they are getting is comparatively higher. But we also need to
Hmm.
understand, if they are earning more, if they are earning in dollars, they're also spending in dollars,
Spending in dollars. Yeah.
right? If in India your salary is at the mark of 30,000, your expenses will also be of that level. When you are abroad, you obviously take some loans, right? You are repaying those loans, you are collecting your fees, you are managing your daily expenses, and then if you are living abroad, you're obviously exploring the country. Over there also you're spending money. So I think it is just because of mentality, the mindset, that if we are unable to achieve something in India, if we are moving abroad, it is a sense of achievement. And that is what students mostly do. But I would say, go abroad, study, come back, work here if you can,
Hmm.
right? But each one to their own. If you feel that are comfortable over there, then India has always been a promoter of the concept of Vasudhaiv Kutumbakam, which means the entire world is a family. So be happy to do that and own up to it. But when you are living in a foreign country, don't keep on complaining about your own country. You don't like it because you did not get returns from it. The IAS officers who are living in India, will they move abroad, right? Celebrities end up moving abroad because in India we don't give them any privacy. We are rushing on them, they can't step in the malls, they can't enjoy their life. That is why they move abroad. So I think,
Hmm.
along with the governments, we as a society need to grow, especially in
Hmm.
terms of our mindset.
I agree. I agree with you that in India, like I agree with that point of view that if you're Indian now, be the Indian. Okay, wherever you go, be the Indian.
Now, moving on to the last part of today's conversation. It's going to be a quick round where you won't get any time to think and you don't need to give explanatory answers as well. So,
Rapid fire round.
yeah, rapid fire. I let my dupatta drop. This is disturbing me. If you could go to any place of this world right now, where would you go and buy?
Home.
Why?
Because no matter where you are, at the end, at the end, a person wants a home.
True. On the rate of 1 to 20, how lazy are you?
8.
Oh, you're not lazy?
No.
Which is the song that you're listening on repeat these days?
पैसा है तो बड़ी 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 बातें पैसा है तो लंबी 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 रातें. It's a Fuzzy, a TV show Fuzzy.
Okay, yeah, I have listened to this song, especially on Reels. Okay.
It kind of motivates me.
Yes, money matters.
Yeah.
And especially when you are a CA. Okay. And what is that one thing you cannot absolutely live without?
Myself.
And the last question for you is, for this question, you may think for 2 to 3 seconds. Okay. Just imagine you
Okay.
don't know me. What do you think is the name that I should have? What should be my name?
Nightingale. There's one reason actually.
What?
I don't know whether it's true or not. I'm not 100% sure. But Nightingale have the sweetest voice.
Oh, thank you. But sadly, I can't sing.
You can sing very well.
Okay, let's try singing a song and then we'll end the session. Which song do you want? Let's sing that song, no, those lines. मैं कभी भूलूंगा ना तुझे. Let's try it.
You start. I will continue. I will like participate.
I am a very bad singer. My parents will listen. What the nonsense I'm doing in this room now. मैं कभी भूलूंगा ना तुझे चाहे तू मुझको देना भुला.
You are good than a bathroom singer.
I'm good than a bathroom singer, but it's okay. I can talk, and I know that when I talk sweetly, so it works for me. And Shreya, thank you so much that you took out time for me and for everybody, and especially because I asked you to, and it was really lovely to have you here. And once again, thank you so much.
Yeah, you're most welcome, Sanjna. It was my pleasure to come and just have a conversation with you.